Hey, it's H here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for Dow Jones. I'll cover wave analysis with Elliott Wave Theory and provide multiple scenarios the price may take and explain why I prefer one count over another. Let's take a look at the different possibilities. Starting here on higher time frame or 4 hour at the moment, let's start with the WXY count that we had as a primary count. Before I had this labeled as a WXY. Within the wave Y, we would be looking this as a WXY again. Or on the original Elliott Wave book, that is not possible to have a complex correction within a complex correction, but again, this is the way I wanted to have this, and while it had the right look at the time, it currently no longer does. Why? Well, this higher time frame WXY here inside this wave Y, this minute green degree, is having this wave X being this size. If we are comparing this to the lower degree, smaller degree wave B here, which is inside the wave Y of this structure, is already getting bigger, which makes it very much less likely to be indeed this wave B anymore. So that's why I'm preferring some other counts. And that is basically the sole reason why I don't like this count anymore, just because of the proportions are a bit different. At this point, if we had pivoted from here and downwards and even down here, my primary count was still that the B was in here and we were looking for that wave C. Of course, the way this started here, becoming more and more of a connector wave, it started to look bleak to being a wave C here. At the moment, of course, it is still possible that this is indeed this B wave, but at the moment it is not my primary. We'll look into this smaller time frame and see what we can come up with in here in just a moment though. The primary that I want to be sharing again, that is now my primary, is this WXY, in which we have WX and wave Y ending down here. We would have this as an A, B and C, but again, some issues we have here for the A wave, of course. So that was the original reason why I wanted to have this as another W instead of A, because we don't have really clear 5-way structure in here. So instead this more looks like a 3-way structure. But it is possible that we can have the 5 ways in here, although it does not look right. In any case, according to this count, we had the low here, and we would be having either a connector, like something like this, for this structure. So overall, we would have this continuation downwards, or we would have just this as a complete correction, and this would be impulsing higher over here. Of course, we don't know about that or how it is going to be turning out as of yet, but we can take a look at the closer time frames here to see what we have overall in the wave structures and what we can see. So we don't need that. The bullish count. Again, I've overlaid this as a 1 or A and 2 or B, just because we have both scenarios in here. One is saying that we had ended a count here, which would suggest that we could be having a wave 1 here. Also, there is a possibility that indeed this was the A wave and we were looking for that B wave on higher time frame, in which we would have this as an A, B and C. So that's why I have these two lined up together. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 expanding leading diagonal into that structure here, then W, X and Y. Within that we have A, B, C here. 3 ways into W, 3 ways into X, and then 3 ways into wave Y, into that X of higher degree, and then again W, X, Y into wave Y overall, completing the wave B or wave 2. Again, if we are looking at time, comparing these two, we can see that the wave 2 or wave B has taken more than 1.618 here of the first leg here, so that is favoring the wave B a bit still. However, this is not uncommon or too uncommon to call this a wave 2. From these lows, again, we did retrace to the 786, which would be basically the last chance of being a wave 2 overall. wave B can go deeper and is more likely to be a B wave if we are going to be breaking these lows, if we are again staying out of these the start of this whole wave structure. After these lows, we've had this as a possible 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks pretty good as a 5-wave structure, although the retracements for the wave 2 here overall and the wave 4 are really small, which would imply a very bullish structure coming up. At this point again, we would have this labeled as wave 1 and then wave 2 down here. Let's take a look how much did this retrace. I don't think it retraced even 0.5. Nope, it did not. So yeah, it is very shallow of a retrace for the wave 2, and then we would be heading higher. At the moment, I'm not quite sure what this structure is. I didn't want to label this as a wave 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, again because we have this very small wave 2 and very massive wave 4 compared to each other. So that's why I don't really like to label it as such. But again, if we are going to be pivoting from here again higher, then I feel like that is the only way we can label this as bullishly. But yeah, that is the bullish count overall. Let's take a look at the bearish one, in which we have this as a 5-wave move into A, B, and again 5 waves into C, completing the wave W. Then again the same WXY that we went through in the bullish count, so we don't need to go through that again. And then we would have this as an 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 into an A wave, and then again 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 into the C wave. So overall ABC for the wave Y. We are falling short of that 1-to-1 extension, which seems to be very typical nowadays on these markets. Everything seems to be falling short of that 1-to-1 extension that we're looking for. So it is still possible that this is completely something else, but this is my bias at the moment. It is, at least on 15 minutes, it is looking like that we are impulsing downwards. I feel like people could be labeling this as 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 easily. Then we would have that divergence on RSI as well if the price is taking out these lows. And then we could be saying that, okay, wave Y is in place and we would be looking for that retracement back to these some of the golden pocket areas, and then downwards we would be in pulse. That would be definitely one place to look out in Monday, if that is going to be happening overall throughout the markets in the US indices. So yeah, that is the bearish scenario overall. Again, bullish expectations would be pretty much a bit different. Of course, we could be impulsive, having this as an impulse wave 1, or sorry, A wave, B and then C, supporting the idea that we're still doing this structure higher. So overall, my both counts are saying that, okay, we are going to be going down at least for a bit. After, of course, that retracement here, if we are indeed taking out that wave 2. But yeah, that is pretty much everything I want to share on Dow Jones at the moment. If you made it this far into the video, I would appreciate the likes. Link to my free Discord server in the description below. And for now, I thank you for watching and hope you have an amazing rest of your day. See you in the next video. Bye bye.